Hello and good morning, and thanks for watching the video. I'm back in the kitchen again today. Since it's the morning, I'm going to be making eggy bread, but I'm going to be doing two different types of eggy bread. Right, so as I say, I'm going to be making two different types of eggy bread. One is gluten-free and the other one isn't. So I'll show you what we're going to be using today to make these. There we go, maybe a bit better. Right, the first one I'm going to be doing is gluten-free. I'm going to be using the Genius bread, which is the cinnamon and raisin fruit loaf. I want to see how that comes out for my wife, but I'm also going to be making it up with a couple of eggs, and I'm going to be using lactose-free milk. The other bread I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using chocolate chip brioche. That's for me. And we'll see how that comes out. So I'm going to make up two separate batters, obviously. One for the gluten-free and one for the brioche. But I'm going to do the gluten-free one first. So I'm just going to use a couple of eggs and a little bit of milk. Mix it up. Put it into here. We'll take it from there. So to make a couple of eggs. Spill it in there. A little bit of eggshell in there. That's a good start. Just use a quick whisk, quick mix. I'm just going to put a little bit of milk in. See, I just use my eye. There we go. Right, simple enough to make. Now I've got my frying pan on at a high heat, and I'm just going to give it a quick squirt, just with some virgin oil spray. I put the bread in. Simple to do. Just want to see how this comes out. Because I know when you toast this bread, it doesn't take long to toast. It doesn't take long to burn either. So we'll see how this comes out. I'm going to get that into the frying pan. Shouldn't take too long to do. Now if you have made eggy bread using gluten-free bread, leave a comment below on what you use. And if you've used this Genius, the cinnamon and raisin fruit loaf, just leave a comment below and tell me how you've got on with it. Just going to flip them over. I cheat a little bit and put a bit more so it soaks in. Because it isn't sinking as much as it does with normal bread. As I say, I don't know how long to leave this with it being gluten free, because if you do toast it, it does burn quick. That's better. It's got a nice colour on it. Right, I was going to make up another egg and milk mix, but I've got enough of the mixture to do the brioche, so I'll just use that up for this. So it's interesting that the egg doesn't sink into this bread as much as it does with normal bread, I don't think. Probably with the flours that's being used. But we'll see how it comes out. I'm going to get this plated up. There we go, so I've got that plated up now. I'll just put a wee bit of ice and sugar on the top, make it look fancy. There we go. Now this isn't for me, this is for my wife, so I'm going to go and give that to her now and I'll get her verdict once she's at it. So we'll be back in a minute and we'll do the brioche chocolate bread. We'll see how that comes out. I think that will come out a lot better with it being brioche bread. Right, I'll give you a quick verdict on using the Genius bread my wife's just had. It's as close as that she can get to an Eggy bread in her eyes. What I've noticed that the egg mixture doesn't really sink into the bread itself. It just gives it a bit of a coating. But she said it's really nice. So that's not too bad. So at least you can have eggy bread because she's not had that for a long time. So I'm going to go and make the eggy bread with the chocolate brioche now. I think this will be better, but that's for me. So we'll get the bread into the egg mix. Right, so put the chocolate brioche into the egg mix already. Let it soak in a little bit. You can see that really is soaking in. I think this will be a little bit better. It's taking up all the egg mix as well. So we'll get the frying pan on again. Now, so I'll put the brioche in. This has really soaked the egg up. There we go. Look at that, all that. You can see how the difference, the egg really does go into the bread itself. That's the difference with this, the normal bread than the gluten-free, where it does just tend to sit on the top of the bread. This actually goes into the bread. That'll take a few minutes. Don't know if you've made eggy bread but using chocolate brioche. If you have, let me know how you've got on. And yeah, if this is your type of video, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. It's free, so just gently turn these over. Oh, that's better. And I say these are from me, they're really for the daughter. So I don't think I'm going to get a sniff of these either. You can see how that's coming out. Yeah, a bit of a close up. It feels nice. Camera back down, make a noise. Zoom in a wee bit. There we go. That's looking good with the chocolate brioche. They feel eggy. You can feel the egg in it. Nice and springy as well with the egg. Good underneath. Oh, look at that. They're looking good. Just give them another flip. There we go. Right, I'm going to get these plated up. Look at that. Can't argue with that, can you? Can't argue with that at all. Take that off the heat. Close up. Must admit they look a lot better than the gluten-free, but I thought they would do. So we'll get these served up. So a little sprinkle of icing sugar. So I'll go and give these to the daughter and see how she likes these. It's a shame I can't eat them. I save them for her, so. And I'll be back in a minute and I'll give you her verdict. Well, I've just asked the daughter how she enjoyed her eggy bread. She's never had chocolate brioche bread before as eggy bread, so that was a nice change, and she said it was really nice and tasty. My wife, she enjoyed her bread with the gluten-free, but she did say, as we said earlier, that the egg didn't sink into the bread itself, so it was still very bready on the inside. It just puts like a coating of the egg on the outside. That's as close as she's going to get to eggy bread, unless we find another recipe. No doubt we will. So yeah, she enjoyed that as well. So they both enjoyed it. That's good. Shame I didn't have any. So anyway, that's it for this video. It was just a very short one. I'm going to be back in the kitchen again later today for a second video. So I'm going to go for now, and I'll catch you in the next video, and thanks again for watching. Bye for now.